All right. As I mentioned in the practice of the day, I had a ton of clips from our tournament. I want to go through them. I'm going to go through them, try and get through them quickly. A lot of them are going to be positive. Like I said, overall, it's a tournament that we should really be happy with. We were playing older kids, good teams. We got revenge on the team that we lost to last year in the final in this tournament. So, yeah, like I said, can't be happy with the way we competed. So, a lot of positives are going to be in this video, and then somewhere in the opportunities as well. So we start off with a positive play here. We're in the first game versus Freehold. Really nice looking play from Peter here. He's going to beat him. Like I said, sometimes a 1v1 win is just creating space for the pass, which he does here. So he gets set to Ralphie and then immediately pass and moves to a great space and generates a really good goal scoring opportunity. A lot of the theme tactically here that I'm going to use in this video is going to be either pressing or build outs, which we got a lot of experience. It's different in regular soccer versus futsal a little bit, so really helpful experience for us in this tournament. Here the press is unorganized, so let's see what happens. So Ralphie, the striker here, he should be getting ball. Instead, we have the right mid, Frankie, jumping here, which is going to leave him wide open, right? So because of that, Peter now jumps. He's the right back at this time. He jumps forward to cover this player. And that creates, since we don't have anybody on this player either, but as I was saying before, Peter jumping up leaves this player unmarked. And everything kind of falls apart here. And then eventually we're left with a 4-1-2-3-4 verse 2. And they score, right? And a lot because of our just unorganization. We talked about it. I talked about it before, man-to-man defense. If you're not covering a specific man, you're doing something's off. All right. Kickoff here. But especially when we get back to full-sided play, I really want to get back to just kicking it out in the corner, and then us getting up super high, pressing, winning the ball higher, and creating goal chances that way. I think that makes the most sense. Like here, look, there's definitely opportunities to play some different passing and receiving type schemes. You can go, Peter can come, Ralphie can check into this space here, and then he could play a give and go with Peter if number 20 doesn't come in to help. If he does, Ralphie may have Dave in here forward, or if none of that's open for it, then he has Matt here to the back. But if you lose the ball here, you're immediately looking at a goal scoring opportunity for the other team. So that's why I think when you're analyzing the risk of what's the positive that could happen versus what's the negative that could happen, I think it makes more sense just to move the ball back forward and press high. Now in this specific scenario, we wound up keeping the ball line up, going all the way back to the keeper, and we get a good touch there, and then it actually does lead to a goal scoring opportunity. But we've definitely seen it go the other way plenty of times too, where it's cost us goals off the kickoff. So something more to think about when we get out to full-sided play though. Here we're talking about the goal kick. Now our main strategy, unless it's wide open, is we want to build out of the back with short and quick passing. And here I'm going to explain why. So in this scenario, Matt sends basically a perfect pass to Ralphie here, right? You couldn't have picked the ball up, placed and dropped it anywhere better than that, right? So it's a perfect pass to Ralphie. Ralphie's first touch. It's not terrible. It's not bad. And so we get a perfect pass from Matt, decent first touch from Ralphie, and other team gets a scoring opportunity, right? Really good one, right? And that's because anytime you send a longer pass, it has a higher chance of being intercepted. Other team has a higher chance of getting the ball, right? Shorter passes are less likely to get intercepted. We're more likely to keep possession. So that's the whole theory in building out of the back is you do it short passes, but the difference, I guess, the key part of it is if there is a long ball wide open, right? I do want you to take it, but here, like this wouldn't have been since this number 20 isn't positioned right. He should be right about here, but since he's not, this chip pass over to Gavin is wide open. I wouldn't mind that play there, but then again, like there's so much space here. I don't mind us going short either. So I think those were the top two options in that case. All right, next up, we have a build out here. And a really good play here, just all the way around. I think we completed 10 passes on this play, or maybe 11 passes. Really awesome goal. Great teamwork. Really fun to watch. Now here we're going to do the press the right way. So Robbie's got to get over here quicker. Davin's about to check up. I'm calling him to go back and stay right, which he then does. But we stay disciplined this time. Man to man, Davin's on him. Ralphie's him. Peter's on 51. Matt's on this part here to the left. Nicholas has 27. And what it's going to create here is a turnover in a great spot in the middle of the field. Great strike from Peter. Next one, we have again a real just a really nice play here. I picked up great strength in the ball by Peter, passing in a perfect placement. And then here we have another press and goal. Again, Davin's got him. Nicholas has got him. So if this player passes here, Nicholas is going to pick it off. Peter's going to come in here late and find this player here. This player's thinking I got nowhere to go. And then he's going to come back here, pick that off. And I'll say, like, that's something that, we can work on as well. Like, is to disguise our coverages and add, the man-to-man marking, have it a little bit delayed sometimes or coming at the very end, because it's not what we did intentionally here. We forgot this player was open, but this player here, he thinks he's got him open, and Peter comes in late. He didn't realize it. Otherwise, I don't know if he makes that pass that to get intercepted if Peter doesn't come in there as late as he does. All right, here on the build out, why we start with the goalkeeper when we go short. So the goal is, versus going all the way over to Gavin. The first goal is we want to take the first defender out, the press player, which is this player right here, number 12. We want to take him out of the play, right? That's why we go to Colby, the goalie, because we want to attract, draw this player in, and bait him after the ball. Then we slip it off. Once we do that, this player number 12, he's gone. Mission accomplished, all right? Because now what we created is always about, at the end of the day, it's always about either creating a 1v1 in a lot of space or creating some kind of situation where we're outnumbering the opponent in a good amount of space. And that's exactly what we do here. We created 3v2. We don't really get the spacing right. I see what Nicholas is trying to do, and he did a lot of that using his body, being physical. I don't know if it's the right idea in this situation. Maybe if he positions his body a little bit to the left, I could have understood this. But if I keep doing Nicholas and right here, we just didn't get our spacing right, specifically here, but we did generate the 3v2, right? At that point there, if I'm Gavin Zorts, what I'm probably going to do is, since I know nothing's really open here, I'm probably going to just play a pass in the space around here, David to run onto, right? But our spacing's got to be a little bit better there too. So, now what do we do on the press if this player, or if they try and switch the ball, right? So the first answer to that is David wants to make his run more this way, block this paint lane off, so he can't switch the ball, right? And that's the number. The answer to that is don't let him switch. But what if we do? What do you do? Because David's out of the play now. They did exactly what we were talking about in the last play to us, right? But just a different element of it. What do we do here? You see there's a player here. Peter checks over. The answer is Nicholas should come up to the ball. Peter should stay with his man here. And Matt would slide over to this player here. Then you'd still have Gavin, who would slide over to number 5 here. So what would happen is we would have a lot of shifting and a lot of communication. So we would have to communicate what I just all said and understand it and grasp it in a matter of, seconds. So that's why we don't want to let them switch to attack, but they do. And because the problem with how we played it here is if he actually does connect the pass to this player, we're in trouble, right? Because he's got all this space, and it creates a good attacking chance for them, right? But they don't complete that pass, and we wind up getting away with it. All right, next up here we have a free kick, indirect free kick. I'm not sure what we were confused about here, but we were definitely confused, and yeah, it didn't look good. So we have to figure out a better plan for indirect free kicks. Now, here's the thing. When we play this player here, so we have Matt here starting out, that primarily I want the goal going to the goalkeeper, or if we're going to play long in a half space or deep the striker, that's another thing, or a wing. But when we go across here, it's got to be wide open. Like, you have to have a serious someone on the other team to be out of position. Otherwise, remember our goal here, while we played short to Colby, is to take this player out of the picture. And if we go here and they already have a player here, we never take the first defender out of play, right? Because look, now they have exactly what they want. He's got Gavin. Gavin's able to control the ball here. He doesn't want to controlling this ball, goes out of bounds. But if he is, can't switch because this player's coming on. This player has Peter. He has Gavin. They've shrunk the field in a small space. High chance that they're able to win possession here. And now they have the ball this close to their own goal, so they could generate a good scoring opportunity. All right, so that's why primarily I want to go into the goalie from the right back. If it goes out that way, if it's wide open, I get it. But usually, if their other team is set up right, it makes things a little bit harder. Here, let's start that over here. All right, this pass is gonna be a bit firmer. But because it's not, Colby's got to receive with his right foot. Never opens his body. This player, look, he knows he's going that way. and that's going to create instant pressure. Matt, somehow we get out of it. All right, but firm passes, right technique. I have a save from Colby here. I think we take it for granted sometimes of what he does, but it's an amazing save, and his value is unreal. Got a V-snap there from Matt, playing to Ralphie in the space. Good penetrating ball from Matt there. Here, we're lacking movement, and I think here another thing we could have done is like set screens, get in the way. Like Nicholas is really the only one moving here, but could have been maybe instead of finding space, you can set a screen for Ralphie or Gavin here, or Ralphie can set a screen and get in the way of players. Maybe I'll show a clip at the end of this of a play. Let's see where we are in time on this, and I gotta make sure it doesn't get copyrighted again, but we'll see where I'm at the end of this video, and I'll show you a play with the screens. Let's go on to the next one here from the last free-hole game. Here we have Ralphie pressing in. Just have to be aware of this option here. If he, again, man-to-man, he cuts him off. Right, if Ralphie makes this run in like that, now he can't make this short pass, but he does. And then they're off to the races here. And they almost generate a chance out of it. All right, I said comments on here where I love it, so I guess this is a really good play coming up. Matt with the third line pass here. Breaking the first line, second line, splitting these defenders here, and immediately checks two and links up with Dave and the striker. Great composure by David here. This is a great play. We generate a 3v1 right here, right in front of goal. We just need a better cross. 9 out of 10 times Ralphie hits a really good cross there. It's not on that one. Right here, I say close. So this is one where we take the first defender out, exactly like I want. Really quick speed of play by Matt there. Just completing the simple pass. And then it creates this situation up the right. If we're able to complete this pass, Gavin Paceni would be the association player that I've been talking about lately in training, where we want to associate, link up with that player up high, receives the ball, give him a short passing option, and then he would send it out. This player I'm here would certainly engage with Gavin. Gavin would then send it out Nicholas for a layup goal, hopefully. All right, another positive one here. Again, good quick decision and execution by Matt there. And passing with link up play with Peter and David up top there. Excellent stuff. Here we're going to have a corner kick goal, volley goal. That was the first goal in the second game. Here we have Peter posting up here. I'm telling Matt to play Peter's right foot, which he ultimately does here. So Peter's got a body on him right here. He just pulls the chair kind of a second too early. He needs to hold on until the ball gets about right there, kind of spin off him. But right idea of what we can do in tight spaces, and yeah, we did the deflection, and actually leads to a goal. All right, next one here. We have another play from the back. Really unselfish play by Ralphie here. Again, just great teamwork. So much fun to watch. We watched some of these plays 100 times. Here, I was telling Matt to take this player on 1v1, and he did that instead. So really good creativity. I never even thought about that. Watch that one more time. Goes backwards, draws number 6 in, creates that wide open play up the right. And yeah, really cool looking play. And just finished off here with Colby. Incredible save there. This is just what he does for us. Is everybody remembers before Colby, right? And what he does for us is on another level. And again here. All right. Looks good. I will show this clip here.
Emerges with it and keeps